Yeah, what's up, y'all? Smash the like button. Smash the like, y'all coming to the building. Get, get my hair done today. Don't worry about that. Get it done today. Smash the like button. Y'all coming to the building. Smash the like. Smash up the like. Early birds get the worm. You know what I'm saying? Already know what it is. We here. We here in the building. Trying to 2 minutes in. All right, let's do it. So the defense closing arguments. So we see the defense closing arguments and what they said already. And they said it was a bedroom scene, not a crime scene. So the defense said it's a bedroom scene, not a crime scene. And I agree. Now did the state prove their case? You gotta ask yourself, did the state prove their case? You know what I'm saying? Because I think the defense did a hell of a job. I think the defense did a hell of a job in proving it was all consensual. All consensual. It wasn't no kidnapping. It wasn't none of this. It was all consensual. And the defense did a hell of a job proving that. Don't y'all think? Don't y'all think that? I think the defense did good to the point where, you know what I'm saying? Man, if you clean the wax out your ears, you can hear what I'm saying, brother. You know what I'm saying? Let me get you out of here, man. Go somewhere else. It's too early in the morning to be playing around. Y'all just be focused on the stupidest stuff. We get you out of here. Bye. I think the defense did an amazing job. Amazing job. Keep it as like, yo, they say it's not a crime scene. We all seeing what the world see or what, you know, half of the world sees. Like, man, listen, man, ain't no way you could put him away for being a freak. If that's the case, put half the world away. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, put half the world away for being a freak. Cause ain't the world a freak? Everybody's a freak. It's not only Diddy. So you know what I'm saying? I seen Willie D. He took my approach too. You know what I'm saying? If Diddy go to jail, Cassie should go to jail too. Don't y'all think Cassie should be right alongside Diddy in the jail cell? I think so. Why ain't Cassidy in the jail cell with Diddy? Why ain't Cassidy in the jail cell with Diddy? What, cause she's a female? She was 100% guilty, just like Diddy, man. So why is not Cassidy locked up with Diddy? They can't find him guilty of nothing, bro. Now, now, what the state try to do, what the government try to do, is paint Diddy as a drug kingpin who's running this criminal enterprise. I get it, but you got to prove it. It's one thing to say I'm moving all this drugs. But if the drug is for personal use, am I really a kingpin or am I just a junkie? Is Diddy a junkie or is he a drug kingpin? I take the first one. I take number one. It's a junkie. He's not a kingpin. He's a junkie. He's a junkie freak. How about that? But they paint this image. I ain't see the pounds of weed. I ain't see the kilos. I, I ain't see, you know, the big quantities of fentanyl. I ain't see the pills. I ain't see the bars, the 10,000 bars. Yo, what's up, Elijah? Appreciate you. I, I don't see these things. All I see is for personal use. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm a hustler. And I know when somebody's hustling, and somebody's not. It's just for personal. And it's all personal. He's rich. He's rich. He could buy a large quantity for him. It's not to sell. He don't like you know what I'm saying? Like that's this whole thing was a weak case from the beginning with the baby oil. They said it was drugs in the baby oil. Come to find out, it is no drugs in the baby oil. So that theory is shot down. Remember that? They said it was drugs, it's this, it's that. Everything is shot down. If they do find him guilty and they lock him up for 10 years or 15 years, it's a miscarriage of justice. If Diddy is found guilty and locked up and sentenced to decades behind bars, it wasn't no justice there. It was no crime there. Where's the crime? These were swingers, consenting adults, man. Be fair in the courtroom. Be fair when y'all put that sentence and say he's not guilty. You got to be fair, bro. You cannot give a sexual freak with, a swinger. If that's the case, you might as well go lock up all of Hollywood. That's the case. Lock up all of Hollywood. Because everybody in Hollywood is a swinger. They cuckold. They doing offs. You know what I'm saying? So lock all of Hollywood. Drain the swamp. As Trump would say, drain the swamp. You know what I'm saying? But Diddy's not guilty of nothing. If anything, they just swingers. And, like the defense said, it's a bedroom scene, not a crime scene. It's not a crime scene. It's not a crime. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? If you're gonna be fair, you gotta say he's not guilty, bro. They was all freaks. They all consented to it. They took the good with the bad. The good was the lifestyle they live in. The bad, Diddy might put his foot up your ass. Diddy's kicking ass. That's the bad that comes with it. He said, my dad got 12 years for stealing change in the laundry room. I don't believe you, bro. I don't believe that, bro. 12 years for stealing change out of a laundry room? Come on, man. Then your dad need to sue. That's the case. Your dad need to sue. 12 years for stealing change? You trolling me, man. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the comments, if you ain't one of my day one supporters, if you ain't a mod, 9 times out of 10, you just trolling. So I don't even take it serious. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't see my mods in here, and I don't see my day one supporters. So, everything else is just, it's just randoms coming in here saying stuff. I get it. Do what you do. Do what you do. What you do. Randos. Salute to y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. We got 5 likes up in here. Appreciate that. But they got a free Diddy, man. They got a free Diddy. They got the free Diddy. This case was trash. This case was trash from the beginning. It was trash. It's trash. The whole case was trash, y'all. It's a trash case. And I'm just speaking from, my perspective. It's a trash case, man. Y'all hit the like button. What's up with y'all? Who's up right now with me? I'm up early. I gotta do some more stuff to my store real soon. We always working, never hurting, for certain. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Moving along. What's up with y'all? I gotta get my hair done today. Get my hair done. Got 2 big braids. Thugging it. Thugging it out. Yeah, but what's up with y'all? What y'all think about mm, Nas? Nas responded to Jim Jones. Y'all know that? Did y'all know Nas responded to Jim Jones? But Nas can respond in Nas fashion. Nas just partnered with a casino. Nas just partnered with a casino. Nas' network is over 80 million. Nas about to be 100 millionaire. This deal right here that Nas got, Nas partnered with Ring Camera. Before Ring Camera blew up, Nas partnered with Ring Camera. Nas partnered with a casino. At this point, Nas is not thinking about rap. That's why Jim Jones is just left as he's left as a relic. Nas is past rap. Nas is on the whole stage. Nas is on the Jay-Z stage. We enterprising now. We investing in multiple businesses. We investing in this. We ain't got time to rap. We ain't got time to rap, bro. He said he had a gun, put 4 hostages to the floor, and had over 1,000. And listen, man, I don't know what to say about that. You know what I'm saying? That that's a robbery, kidnapping, and robbery, kidnapping. So it is what it is, man. You know, you play their games, you gonna win their prizes. Scar, face the scar. If you play their games, 9 times out of 10, you might not get caught. But when you do get caught, can't get mad, bro. Can't get mad, bro. Robbery, kidnapping, that's some serious charges, man. Them charges serious alone. So, I don't know what to say, homie. If it's true, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to say, my man. But Nas is not rapping. Nas is not interested in a hip hop battle. That's how Jim Jones is still stuck in the past, bro. Jim Jones is thinking about hip hop battle, bro. Nas is thinking about enterprising. You know, like come on, there's levels to this. So Nas just inked a deal with a major casino. Nas, major casino. And you think I'm thinking about rap? I'm not even gonna mention Jim Jones' name. If I'm Nas and I'm this king, Jim Jones is a peasant. He's under me. I'm not gonna mention Jim Jones' name for appreciate you, man. But I'm not gonna mention Jimmy. I'm gonna do my thing. You know what I'm saying? A king should never give light to a peasant. You Nas is smart to not give light to Jim Jones. Mention his name, Jimmy wins. Jim Jones wins. You know what I'm saying? Even if you look at it right now, Jim Jones is winning as far as the advertisement go. Now, for him to secure a win against Nas will be for Nas to mention him, which Nas should never do. You know what I'm saying? Jamie watching. So what I want Jim Jones to see is me signing this deal with casinos. I want you to see me doing big, big things, bro. That's what I want Jim Jones to see me. If I'm Nas, I'm not even. I just want him to see me get into the big bags. At this point in my life, I'm 50 something. 50 something. Come on, man. 8 platinum albums. Nas got 8 platinum albums. Jim Jones got 0. That's how much platinum albums Jim Jones got. 0. Nas got 8. That alone, like, what are we doing here? Why do I gotta respond to that? He don't even got a platinum album. He what are we doing here? It's strategic. Every day people are talking about Jim Jones. They talking about Jim Jones. It's a strategic play for Jimmy to get the mainstream bloggers talking about him. Talking about him. He was on Shannon Sharp Nightcap. He was arguing with Shannon Sharp. That's one of the biggest podcast streams out here. He's on Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is arguing him about Nas. They're going back and forth about Nas. Come on, man. Jim Jones know what he's doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? No, nobody believes it. Nobody believes he's better. Nobody believes it. But, you know what I'm saying? Keep them talking, no matter what. Keep them talking. Keep them talking, bro. And that's what Jim Jones is doing. But that man cannot touch Nas. That man cannot play with Nas. You're never. You know what I'm saying? He's not lyrical at all. He's not lyrical at all, bro. You understand what I'm saying? It's not a lyrical bone in his body. It's not a lyrical bone in Jim Jones' body to even play with Nas. So when I hear that, like, don't even, don't even entertain that. I just laugh at him and say, oh, he reaching. He reaching. Then people pulling up old clips. Jim Jones saying Nas is his favorite. Jim Jones saying he tried to get Nas in his album. Nas declined him. I remember when Jim Jones was talking about the Kofi list. Nas said it was on the Kofi list. Yeah, I remember back in the days he's coming at Nas. Yeah. So I think it's some kind of resentment there between Jim Jones and Nas. Some kind of hidden resentment that we know nothing about. There's some kind of hidden resentment there, bro, between Nas and Jim Jones. Or I should say Jim Jones. Because Nas didn't even paying him no attention, bro. No mind, bro. He's like a female trying to get attention from a dude. Like only females does that respectfully. Try to get attention and try to get, you know what I mean? Try to be loud, try to be disrespectful. It's just to get your attention. Like, men don't do that, yo. We don't crave attention. That's kid stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Jim Jones is craving attention, and he's getting it for days now. Jim Jones been talked about. He's been talked about even by me. So it's working. The power of words is gonna get out. It's gonna trigger people. Not trigger, but it's gonna provoke people to talk and say, he's on that good fentanyl. He's on that good dope. He's on wild drugs. That's what they're saying. Jimmy is wow. Jimmy is, out of his mind right now. But there's a method to his madness. There's a method to Jim Jones' madness. Yeah, I smashed that like button. Yeah, I come into the building. What's up? What's up, y'all? What's going on with y'all? I go live random hours. Just keep your notification bell on. And when I go live, you tap in. But ain't no set hours for when I do this thing, man. I do this thing when it's natural. I do this thing when, you know, I don't force it. I don't say, oh, I gotta go live now. It's a certain time or certain schedule. Nah, it got to be a natural feeling, bro. Natural. We just sit here, we talk and we build. You know what I'm saying? We talk and we build, chop it up, and then I'm gone. And I do what I do. And then I let the clowns have the rest of the internet. You know what I'm saying? I just want my little piece, say my little thing before the circus opens up. You know, it is a circus on here. So before the circus opens up, I'm gone. So so they caught Anthony Massey yesterday, last night. If you don't know who Anthony Massey is, he was one of the 10 escapee from New Orleans. They apprehended Anthony Massey in the Holly Grove section of New Orleans. It was a $50,000 reward for the capture of Anthony Massey. Now, Anthony Massey, they said, was the mastermind of the escape. Now, when you look at Anthony Massey history, his background, I gotta agree. Anthony Massey escaped from detention multiple times. When he was a kid, when he was an adult. So he is known for escaping. He was the last of the two left. 10 escaped. They caught 8. Now they got him. There's one more left that's out there. You know what I'm saying? It was a $50,000 reward, and so I'm thinking it's somebody close to Anthony Massey that gave him up for that 50,000. Somebody who knew him personally, his close circle, gave him up. It wasn't no random person. Mm-mm. This was somebody he knew, he trusted. They got bills to pay. That's why when you escape it from prison, you escape from prison, you can't trust nobody. Because even though you might be in this person's house, They watching the news. They thinking about that reward money, that 50,000. They looking at you as a bag. I turn him in, I get 50K. No questions asked. So whoever gave up Anthony Massey location, you know, that was somebody who was real close to him. Real close to him. They gave him up for 50,000. 50,000. They gave him up. The Holly Grove section on New Orleans. The section where Lil Wayne talked about in his rap songs, Holly Grove. You know, Lil Wayne mentioned that area in his songs, Holly Grove. That's where they caught Anthony Massey at, Holly Grove section. In a building, he was surrounded. He gave himself up with no incident. So Anthony Massey is back behind bars. And he's a serial escapee. Don't let that go over your heads. Serial escapee. A mastermind that escaped. That's the update on Anthony Massey. He's back in prison. He's back in jail. What's up, y'all? Smash that like button. Y'all come into the building. What's this? I don't know what that is. Get that off my screen. I don't know what that is about. What's new with Diddy? What's up, my guy? What's new with Diddy? It's over. The trial is over. Now, the trial gets to go into the hands of the jury, not the judge. The judge don't decide nothing here. The judge don't decide. It's a jury trial. The trial goes into the hands of Diddy's peers. Now, any sensible person on that jury would not see a crime. Okay, I see domestic violence. I see DV. That's about it. Domestic violence. He was hitting on Cassie. But why didn't Cassidy stop it? Why didn't Cassidy go to the proper authorities to get Diddy locked up the first time he hit her? The jury gonna think about all this. They're gonna think about the lavish lifestyle that they was accustomed to, that they didn't want to leave. You know, they're gonna think about the consensual sexual relations, even the escorts, even the escort service. What? That's illegal now. Is hiring escorts illegal? Ask yourself that. They made movies on escorts. Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo. Is hiring escorts illegal? Because that's what he was using, escorts. Escorts. So it's not just simple. Is hiring escorts illegal? If that's the case, shut them down. Why are they allowed to operate? If using escorts is illegal, why are they allowed to operate? He wasn't grabbing prostitutes off the streets. Diddy was not grabbing prostitutes. He was grabbing escorts. If escorts services are illegal, why are they allowed to operate? So these are questions that need to be answered for a conviction. I'm saying conviction. It ain't no conviction, but if it is a conviction, it's a miscarriage of justice. It was, yo, we gonna lock him up anyway, no matter what. Even with no evidence, we still gonna lock him up for decades. That's a miscarriage of justice. Appeals immediately. We're gonna appeal this, and we're gonna what they got? Imagine the jury says they gotta say not guilty, bro. This is not a domestic violence case. If that's the, even if it was a domestic violence case, it was already solved and it was already, fixed. He gave her 30 million. What more do you need? What more do you need? $30 million. If that's the case, him and Cassie's situation been solved. Next. But the case is not about Cassie. But they try to paint that image. It's about Cassie. Cassie. It's not about her. It's about sex trafficking, drug trap, right? And y'all proved none of this. The sex trafficking, y'all didn't prove. The drug trafficking, y'all didn't prove nothing. But you just wanted the headlines. Cassie, he's a monster. He beat on poor old Cassie. Cassie. You think Cassie cares? Cassie got 30 million. You think Cassie tripping? Cassie was never tripping. She got 30 million easy. She don't care. Cassie don't care. She don't care. She don't give a damn. 30 million, I'm poof, disappear. You gotta see me no more. This case is not about Cassie. They made that clear at the beginning. The defense made that clear in the beginning. This ain't about Cassie, man. Y'all got to prove sex trafficking. Y'all got to prove drug trafficking. Y'all got to prove that this was a criminal enterprise running for decades. Y'all got a lot to prove. You know what I'm saying? It's innocent until proven guilty. You know what happened to that? Ain't you still innocent until they prove your guilt? Innocent until proven guilty. If Diddy gets free, some head will roll. I heard somebody said, if Diddy gets free, they're gonna try to hit him with the Tupac murder. They're gonna try to charge him with the Tupac murder next, meaning that he orchestrated it, meaning that he greenlighted Keefe D, Orlando Anderson, and them to go get Tupac. They said they're gonna get him for that next. That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? And that makes sense too. Cause Keefe D was schooling. Keefe D said Diddy is involved. He said Diddy was gonna pay us, you know what I'm saying? Pay us $1 million to get rid of Tupac. So, if Diddy gets free, some heads will roll. But they ain't finished. They're gonna spin the block. They're gonna spin the block and try to get him again. Remember that, they try to get him with the Shine incident. They tried to get him in the early 2000s, 1999, with the nightclub shooting. They was trying to get him since then too. They was been trying to get him. What's up, Bandalon? How you doing? Bandalon in the building. Salute. So they was been trying to get Diddy. Always been trying to get him. I'm okay, my guy. No offense, but America is a toxic, violent. Oh yeah, America is the melting pot for Sodom and Gomorrah. America, you could be the best criminal here. They'll tell you. You know, America got the best criminals. They said just don't get caught. You could be a criminal, scam your way to the top, and people still gonna look at you as a pillar of society. You know. So America was founded on, you know, the wild, wild west, man. America's the wild, wild west. people around the world, they'll watch America and our news, and they'd be like, wow, look, there's no control over there. There's no gun control. There's no this. There's no that. 100% true. Yeah, I want to support the channel. Yeah, hit the super chat. It's appreciated. I take any amount, $1, $2, $3, whatever amount. It helps support the channel. Appreciate y'all. America made though. America. See, everybody want to come to America. All the foreigners, they hear the stories of America this, America that. So the foreigners try to come here, swim here, do whatever to get here. And they get here, and it's the total opposite of what they heard. Like, America ain't the, the beautiful place that they envision, and America ain't the beautiful place, bro. It's rough out here. If you ain't fast enough, you ain't smart enough, they're gonna take everything from you. So a lot of people come here and they find out the hard way. America ain't all it's cracked up to be, man. America made the world. Yeah. Classism. I don't know. I say, like, classism is what separate the people. Middle class don't deal with the lower class, and high class don't deal with the middle or the lower. The lower don't deal with the middle, and the class. Man, we people, man. At the end of the day, you're not high class, middle class, low. You're just people, man. That's existing on this earth, but people don't see it that way. Oh, I'm middle class, so I can't talk to you. Like, that creates a divide. A divide. Classism creates a divide. And division is what we don't need, man. We stronger together. You know what I'm saying? You never see a team win a championship by itself. OKC did not win that championship with one person on the court. OKC needed that whole roster. They needed the coaches, the staff, the bench. They need, you know what I'm saying? You need people, man, to be strong, to win, to overcome, bro. And they know that. They separate us. Separating, I mean. So I don't fall into the agenda that America portrays to the world. Oh, man. I treat people as humans on the earth still. People are still humans, bro. Maybe I'm different or something. Maybe I'm old school, but people are still human beings on this earth. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a respecter of person. Meaning I'm not gonna respect you because you got money. I'm not a respecter of person. Just because you got money, you automatically got my respect. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. It don't work like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Diddy is a bad person. Diddy is a bad man. You know what I'm saying? Diddy is not a good person. He has a dark aura. But is he guilty of the things they say he's guilty of? No. They haven't yet to prove it. You know what I'm saying? Now go look at you know what I'm saying? They have yet to prove this weak case. And and it's over. The defense put the closing arguments. It's over. Now you can't turn back time and say, hold up, I forgot to say this. Or hold up, I forgot to say that. It's over. Let it play out now. The defense did an amazing job proving consensual, proving the motive was money all along. With everyone who came on that money, money was the motive. Money was the motive. Money was the motive. Okay, Diddy dangled you off a building. Diddy kidnapped you. Diddy did this. Why nobody go to the police? That's a simple question. If Diddy was such a bad man like everybody say for decades, for 20, 30 years, why nobody whistle blew? Why one person couldn't sound the horn and put Diddy away the right way? They're still coming out with lawsuits. Now, a man came out the other day, day before yesterday. He's suing Diddy for sexual assault. They still, they still coming with the lawsuits, bro. So Diddy sexually assaulted you decades ago. You ain't go to the police. You ain't get a rape kit. You ain't do nothing. I don't care if you a man. If another man violate you, bro, go seek justice, bro. Ain't no way you gonna keep that in. And was you still around Diddy after this happened? Cause even with Cassie's situation, she said this and she said that, but then years later, she's sending Diddy text messages saying, "I love you. I love you." When are we gonna do more FOs, which is short for freak offs? When are we gonna do more freak offs, Diddy? Arranging freak offs when Diddy ain't there. Not one of them sound the horn. Not one of them got Diddy locked up with a proper investigation. Not one of them made a police report. Where's the police reports? Like, come on, bro. So I just see a cash grab all around, bro. Over hundreds of people sued Diddy when he got locked up in September through October. They just coming out lawsuits, lawsuits, lawsuits. Not one shred of police report was ever produced. Nobody got the cops involved. They just kept it to themselves. Even though they was violated in the utmost disrespectful way. They never got the cops involved. Never got the cops involved. Do you really want justice? Or was just civil? I want the money. This civil suit. I just need money. You don't want justice. You don't want, goes to show me, man. A lot of the stuff they said is frivolous. It's just money intentions. America is a land of criminal. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yo, what's up? Who the hell is G-String? Yo, Bandolin, hold it down, man. Just don't give up, bro. Keep pushing, and maybe it's a maybe. Ain't no maybes with, ain't no. We don't do maybes, bro. We either gonna get it or we don't, but we gonna try hard. Give it a 1,000%. But ain't no maybes, bro. I don't do the maybe. That's not in my vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? Period. That's not in my vocabulary. So, you know, people gotta be fair, bro. Fair is fair. You know what I'm saying? Don't have no personal feelings towards Diddy. If you on the jury, you want to punish Diddy for something that happened you know, to one of your family members, so you feel that this is my time or this is my moment to send a message to Diddy, and I'm gonna vote guilty for my personal reasons. Got nothing to do with the case. I'm scared of those people that gonna use their personal motive, lie to get into the jury, got the personal motive the whole time to not listen to no evidence, not listen to the case. They just want to vote guilty. There's people out there like that. Just want to vote guilty, guilty, no matter what. This ain't that. This is not guilty case right here. This is a not. He's not guilty. Period, bro. Whatever you want to say, like I said, Diddy is a bad man, but when it comes to these charges here, you can't put the man away for that. And 50 Cent loving it. 50 Cent already said he hope he get 20 years, and 50 laughing at him. And you gotta understand, why does 50 want Diddy to fall? Because 50 Cent baby mother 50 Cent baby mother was involved in the freak offs. So 50 is like, oh, word? Oh, nah. 50 ain't showing them no love. And I was wondering why. I'm like, damn, why 50 coming down on Diddy like this? Gonna find out Daphne Joy. Daphne Joy is 50 Cent baby mother. Diddy had her all type of ways. So, oh yeah, I'm a fool. Oh, word, my baby mom's okay. So now you got your motive. Why 50 is coming down on Diddy? Why 50 want to see Diddy in jail for life? Why 50 want to... Diddy had his baby moms, bro. Oh, I'm like, oh, 50, 50, 50. Mm-mm-mm. Diddy had his baby moms, y'all. Diddy had Daphne. It's always the prettiest ones, right? The prettiest ones that do the most, the most, the most freakiest things for money, boy. Money will really trump people morals. You got money, you can see what people will do for the money. And Diddy is money long. He had people doing whatever he wanted them to do. The more pretty they are, the more they gonna give in. Just they all got a price. For Cassie and Daphne to do what they did, Diddy met their price. Period. So that's consent. For them to do the freak offs, they wasn't forced. They was not forced to do the freak offs. They had a price. Diddy met it, and they got cracking. They got popping. They got lit. That's bedroom tills, like I've been saying from the beginning. And the defense honed in on that in the closing arguments. The defense said, this is bedroom stuff. This is not a crime scene. The same thing I was saying. This is bedroom tales that deserve to be in a book, deserve to be in a porno magazine or something. That don't deserve to be in court. Like, come on. Does anything there sounds federal? Let's be real. Does it sound like a federal case? Come on, man. Not like nothing Diddy do is federal. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no Diddy ain't no criminal way. Nah, bro. businessman. He's a businessman, man. He sneaky, can't be trusted, but he ain't no full-fledged stomp down criminal, man. I know criminals. Diddy ain't one of them. He ain't one of them. This ain't no federal case, man. This ain't none of that. Diddy just love to throw parties and be a freak. That's his whole MO. Nobody throw more parties in the world than Diddy, and nobody is more freakier than Diddy. But but does that warrant 10 years to life in prison? A decade to life in prison? Does that warrant that? Of course not. It doesn't. It doesn't warrant that. But let me go charge up my phone, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all hit that like, subscribe button for your boy. It's KVon, and I'm out the building. Yo, C. Lindbergh, appreciate you. Everybody who tapped in, appreciate y'all. But let me go charge up my phone. It's giving me the alerts. I'm at 15%. 15%. My phone about to die. But yeah, man. Like the defense said before I close out, the defense said this is bedroom scene. It's where they're swingers. They can't put it in the most simplest form, bro. It's not a criminal enterprise like y'all wish it was. It's not that. Diddy just a freak who loved to throw parties and entertain. That's all I was, man. You know, they Cassie, Daphne, none of them was complaining when the entertainment was going on. Not one of them complained that Diddy didn't show them a good time. They all had a good time. They all had a good time. More good than bad, I could guarantee you. They was laughing, kikiing. Yeah, yeah. More good than bad. Ask them about that. Was it more good times than bad times when you was with Diddy? You know they're gonna lie, but it's gonna be, yeah. It was all good. Just a few times where he put his foot up my ass. That's about it. But other than that, it was private jets, Maybachs, mansions, money, caviar for breakfast, and all the Ciroc you could drink. Come on, man. Meeting all the celebrity friends. You know, Diddy wasn't the first to turn out Cassie. She was with what? Ryan Leslie before she got with Diddy. So we got to stop this. We got to stop this narrative that females are all innocent, that females don't want to get down. No, Cassie was a 304. She was a 304. Daphne, 304. Uh, who else? Sarah from from making a band. What do they all got in common? They all dealt with Diddy. They probably ain't get what they wanted from Diddy. They got disgruntled, and they all came up with a plan. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. They said Diddy was smashing Sarah on the show. Fred was smashing Sarah on the show. While Sarah had a whole husband at home. She was doing that making a band. So, you know what I mean? Come on, man. Being smashing Diddy, Sarah, Daphne, come on, man. Cassie, all, they all, they all had consent, bro. That's what the key word I want y'all to take. Consent. Nothing was forced. Who do Diddy gotta force himself on? Let's be real. Diddy is known all over the world. Diddy could have any female he want. He ain't gotta force himself. Let's be real here. He ain't gotta force himself. Nothing forced, man. All consensual, y'all. It's all consensual, man. It's all consensual. But I'ma tap out, man. Let me charge up my phone. It's your boy Capion. Yo, mod gang, man. We gon' link, man. I ain't see my mods in here today. The mods are still knocked out. They sleeping. It is what it is. I ain't see not one mod in here, you know. But y'all get some rest. I'm always up. It's your boy Cave. I'ma holler back at y'all. Peace.